Postseason baseball on the show is in full swing. It's Game 3 of the National League Championship Series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the New York Mets. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
And guys, you know I don't like the phrase must win if it's not a must-win situation. It's so overused. But even though this isn't technically a must-win game, boy, you go down 3-0 to this bunch, well, you're going to be in a whole lot of trouble. So they need to come up with a huge effort here.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 New York Mets.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two guys who'll get the ball here in Game 3. A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, Matt, one guy that's always worth the price of admission, Andrew McCutchen. He's one of the best clutch hitters in baseball. If they can get guys on base ahead of him, they'll have a great chance to hang a crooked number on the board.
Noah Syndergaard gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. EK, what's the word on him?
He's not a rookie in this league anymore, but he's still very young and learning his craft here in the big leagues. He is having a very nice year so far, though, so we'll see if that continues in this matchup.
And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, we're going to have a real treat in this ball game. We get to watch a shortstop that won the Gold Glove last year. Unbelievable range and an absolute cannon for an arm. Can't wait to watch him make some great plays in this one.
Josh Harrison heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball. Underway this evening as the first pitch is taken for strike one as we get started right on time at 7:05 p.m.
First pitch, 7:05.
Takes this the other way to right, and that's in there, a base hit. So the leadoff man is on here to get this one underway.
And this is what you want when you're facing a young starter. Get him in the stretch right away, make him uncomfortable out there. He's in trouble already after a leadoff single.
Settling in now, Starling Marte. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
And if you're a pitcher, that's not the kind of call you want to be seeing. Two batters into a ball game.
Ready on 1-2. In tight with the slider, 2-2. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Yeah, Rusty Valentine. What a great name. Besides that, he's known for being pretty spot on when it comes to calling pitches on the corners. If he misses one, it's usually up or down.
Hit hard up the middle. And that's into center field for another base hit. And trouble's brewing here to start the ball game.
Back-to-back, very hard-hit balls to start the ball game, and he whistles this one for a base hit. They're in good shape to make something happen here in the very first inning.
Coming to the plate now, Andrew McCutchen. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. Three-run home run down the line in right. His second home run of the series. And the lead for the Pirates is now 3-0.
And this is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing. And sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Gregory Polanco will take his cuts now, and he is one guy whose bat has not made the transition from regular season to postseason.
Yeah, and he was so good during the regular year, but he's been a non-factor so far in this postseason.
First pitch coming, here it is. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. 3 runs already home here. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. Release point, mechanics, just about everything looks out of whack right now.
And these are the guys that really scare you. The guys that have absolutely no clue where the ball's going. Time to close up that stance just a little bit, I think.
Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone, 1-2. And that misses 2-2. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Drilled right back up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Boy, you hate to even consider getting the bullpen going here in the first inning, but we may see some stirring down there pretty soon now. That's 4 straight hits to start things off here in the first inning.
Digging in now, Joe Mauer, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Grounded foul toward the third base dugout. Here's the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1.
And I think that's been a big part of the problem so far. He just can't locate his fastball, especially in situations where he has to.
One and one, here it is. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. Nobody out, runner on first. High and deep to straightaway right. Conforto going back on it. Gone! So it's a 2-run shot for Joe Mauer. His first homer here in the series, and the Pirates are up 5-0 now.
And early on here, he's having real trouble locating his pitches. I mean, this is another pitch that's biting off way too much of the plate. And they've roughed him up for 2 home runs already, and we're not out of the first yet.
David Freese will get a shot here, and he's looking to get off the schneid. Hitless in the series so far.
And he's an important guy to get going. If they're going to have any chance in this series, he really needs to start getting a little more involved.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
I'm pretty sure this is not what that man right there had in mind. He's watched this guy really struggle here in the first inning.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. That evens it up, 1-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Conforto is there, 1 away.
Well, he gets you out there, but he's not missing many bats right now. And guys are really putting together some good swings against him so far.
Francisco Cervelli steps into the box. Into the windup and the pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And a strike to even the count, 1-1.
And you kind of wonder if he's learned anything out there. There's another pitch right down the middle. I think he's lucky that that one didn't get hit a long way.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Cabrera's up with it. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
And I just think this is one of those swings where you just get committed a little bit too early. By the time he realized this thing was going to break out of the strike zone, it was just a little too late to hold back.
Jung Ho Gong is set for his first opportunity now as he'll become the 8th man to bat here in the first with 5 runs already in.
And you know, Matt, you go up there and you put up a 5 spot in the first inning, you got to be feeling pretty good. But don't get complacent. We're still early in this game. This thing's just getting started.
Here comes the 1-0. This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
And you know, you get stuck sometimes being that number 8 hitter, trying to work the count and trying to buy a little extra time for your pitcher. Now, that's a pitch right down the middle that maybe a number 4 hitter jumps all over.
A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
Line towards center field, and that'll get down in front of Granderson for a base hit.
Boy, he has really taken a pounding out there. That's 6 hits now he's given up in just this inning alone, and it's beyond time for a change. You've got to get him out of there.
Irvin Santana stands in for the first time. And he lays off there, 1-0. Time to play pitching coach. What's he doing wrong?
It's more of a question of what's he doing right. It ain't much.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. That one's a called strike. Back even at 1. A runner on first with 2 away. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 9 men come to the plate, however. 5 of them score. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Bucks out in front, 5-0. Time now to take a look at Terry Collins' Mets starting lineup in this one. EK, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I can't wait to see if La Potencia, Yoenis Cespedes, can keep it going. He always seems to come through in the clutch. Doesn't let the pressure of a big situation get to him. Whether it's the first inning with nobody out or the 9th inning with 2 outs, his approach doesn't change, and that's a big reason why he delivers so often.
Irvin Santana will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Yeah, Matty, he'll look to build off of his last start where he got the win and only allowed 1 run.
With a moment now, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
David Wright will dig in now, and he's picked the wrong time of year for his bat to go silent.
Yeah, just 1 hit in the series so far for him, and they're going to have to get more out of his bat. But he's got to make sure he doesn't press up there, or that average is going to continue to go south.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Santana gets the sign and delivers. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
Well, I think the big question everyone's asking before this game was, how are these guys going to respond from just getting whacked last time out there? In the regular season, you say, hey, no big deal. You put it behind you. You move on pretty quickly. But in the postseason, you could say it's over and done with, but I don't think it's quite as easy as that. Those are the kind of losses that stick with you, and you just keep thinking about.
Michael Conforto.
Stepping in now, Michael Conforto. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1.
That first pitch is going to be key all night long. If he gets ahead early with the fastball, that's when he can get tough to figure out, especially with the arsenal that he has.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
And you can forget about trying to set up a guy. That's 5 pitches, 5 strikes.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
He hasn't wasted any pitches so far early in the game. That's 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts already. If these first 2 hitters are any indication, there could be a whole lot more of these to come.
Yoenis Cespedes will get a chance here, and you see the numbers for the series. He just has not gotten going yet.
Now, and if they're going to get back in this series, they're going to need him to get back in the groove because this pitching staff has buried him so far.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. The windup and the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. You got to figure that that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Ready to deliver the 1-2. 1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
2 out, nobody on. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back with more from Game 3 after this. Josh Harrison will stand in to lead off the second. And what will they do for an encore after the first inning they put together?
Well, you know, Matt, they might not have to do anything at all. That's how good the first inning was.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that pitch. That's on him way too fast.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Lifted in the air out to right. Conforto waits on it. 1 out.
And this is what he's got to do out there. Just focus on the task ahead. It'd be easy to go into a shell after giving up those 2 home runs in the first inning, but he knows they're counting on him to give him a few more innings, so they'll need to respond.
Into the box now, Starling Marte. He reached on a single in his first try. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a good approach when you're facing a pitcher you're not too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got.
And this is a called strike at the letters. Looked like ball 3, but make it 2-1 instead.
Yeah, you wonder if we're going to be seeing that high strike. That one looked to be above the letters, but not so in the eyes of the home plate umpire.
Oh, it wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
You figure he should get something good to hit here. They don't want to walk him and put him on for the heart of the order.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Conforto has a beat on it. 2 gone.
And sometimes when you're just getting rolling here in a ball game, you got a 3-ball count. Hey, go ahead and lay one in there. Make him prove to you that he can beat you. This winds up a pretty routine fly ball.
Andrew McCutchen steps in with another shot to do some damage after hitting a 3-run bomb in his first plate appearance.
Well, that was a fastball that he hit then, so we'll see if they go after him with hard stuff again.
Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball one. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And here's Duda to make the catch, and that's out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Lucas Duda strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
Right side and right into the shift. Harrison has it, throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Batting fifth.
Yeah, and he had to range deep for this one, and you've also got to worry about that ball hitting the lip of the outfield grass. So you got to hang with it just like he did, and he made a nice play.
Here's Neil Walker, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. A great pitch there, as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
Well, it's been something of a strikeout fest here to start this game off. Already 4 strikeouts now in the first 5 batters. Now that's going to be a tough pace to keep up.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. This is well struck, high and deep toward the left field corner. And this is called a foul ball. Maybe by a matter of inches that time. And now we're going to get a stoppage here, as the 4 umpires will gather together near third base to discuss whether or not that was really a foul ball. And remember now, if there's any uncertainty, the umpires can go inside to get a look at the video feed from headquarters in New York. And I believe that's exactly what they're going to do. We'll give you a look at this from our own cameras and let you make the call for yourself. Okay, the umpires have emerged from the dugout with the ruling. And it is going to remain a foul ball. So they had it right the first time. But if there's any doubt, go inside and get this thing right. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind in a count like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now.
He's hoping to just run that heater by him. So he's ramped up the velocity here the last 2 pitches.
Fans, this reminder to stop by the stadium store located on the main concourse.
Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. Hit hard to short. Backhanded. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. So very nice work there by Santana. And it remains a 5-0 ball game. Gregory Polanco is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one.
And even though that is a strike, it's okay. These guys have been really patient at the plate. They've had a good game plan up there, and it's worked out for them so far.
And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now. A lot of balls down in the zone in the last inning or so.
And I think that's in response to getting bit by those 2 home run balls. He might be a little leery of challenging guys right now, and I don't blame him. Keep it down there.
And it's through for a base hit. They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning.
Yeah, more trouble here to start the third inning, and trouble's been his middle name so far. You see the line. That's through just 2 innings of work now. And the way things are going, he may not be sticking around a whole lot longer.
Striding into the box, Joe Mauer. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
1-0 count. Here it is. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. A runner at first with no outs here. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Throw over to the bag, and they got him.
Well, you can erase this leadoff single now. That wasn't even that great of a move, but they catch him leaning, and he'll have to head back to the dugout.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Smoked on the ground left side. Oh, look at right. Got him.
No way. That was awesome.
Third baseman number 13.
On a ball hit like that, if you're the pitcher, you're thinking, oh, base hit. But not this time. What tremendous defense out there. Great diving stop. Makes the play and gets the out. And the pitcher acknowledges it, and he's happy about it.
Here's David Freese to stand in. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1. I think he took a little exception to that location.
Yeah, and so would I if I was down there. If you want to work inside, that's fine. But once you get up over the letters and closer to my head, now we're talking about a different story.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. One and 1. Here it comes. And the 1-1 is in the air now out to center. And he drops it.
I'm not sure exactly what the issue on this play was. He doesn't have too far to go to get this thing, and it looked like the ball was right in his sights the entire way, but it just didn't want to stick in his glove. Maybe he should take the trampoline out of his glove.
Into the box now, Francisco Cervelli, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
A lot of pitches up in the zone here early on.
And that's not the worst thing in the world at this place, but you've got to pick your spots.
Oh, and 1, here it comes. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. Nothing in 2 now.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Two out with the man at first. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1 and 2 now.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Hit in the air to right field. Conforto moves over. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Curtis Granderson will start things off when we return. It's the Pirates 5 and the Mets nothing. Curtis Granderson will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
And they're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
Santana looks in. Here comes the first pitch. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. Nothing in 1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And this is where a guy who's been around a long time knows, hey, we're not going to make up the difference with just 1 swing. It's going to take base runners. So that's a good job of being really patient at the plate.
And Granderson trying to work his way aboard. He's got it to 3 and 1 now.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
Shot toward right center. Oh, and this goes right past him. And this will kick off the wall now out near the 390 sign. Granderson around second, headed for third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Not quite sure what happened there. It looked like he was going to be in a good position to put away this line drive, and then, bye-bye, just zips right by him. And with the backup late in arriving, he's just got to turn around and get this thing himself.
Now to the plate as Asdrubal Cabrera, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, and this is his power side from the left side. He's got quite a bit more pop in that bat hitting left-handed.
Here comes the first pitch. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. And this one gets away. That could be a run. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
And you know, there's no wrong way to get on the scoreboard for the first time. That's a great job at third of recognizing the situation. He takes off immediately, and he'll come in and score on the wild pitch.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Grounded to the right. Mauer's there. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Boy, and on 2-0, if that pitch isn't right where you want it, you got to let it go. You still have the count in your favor at 2-1. Here he goes after a pitch that, although it was a strike, that's a pitcher's strike. That's not the pitch you want to hit. And all he can do is hit an easy grounder.
In now, Noah Syndergaard. As he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. One and two. Here it comes. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
And you'll get a good look at the grip on his 2-seam fastball. You grip it along the narrower seams on the baseball, and that gives it that running action you don't see on the 4-seamers.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright. As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. 2 out, nobody on. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
When you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You've got to start it on the edge if you want them to chase.
To 2-2 now. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We'll have more of Game 3 after this message. Jung Ho Gong is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
First delivery to him on the way. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
You know, when you throw a first pitch strike less than 50% of the time, you're going to find yourself in trouble more times than not, and that's where he sits right now.
And, oh, look out as he has to hop out of the way of the fastball there.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, the pitchers have the right to work inside.
Swing and a shot back up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
The pitcher, number 54, Irvin Santana.
Things are not really going his way out there for him at all. I mean, that's already 8 hits he's allowed in just 3+ innings. It's hard to imagine him turning things around the way he's thrown the ball so far.
The pitcher, Irvin Santana, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
And look out. Oh, that ran in and got him. And intentional or not, you do not want to be hitting pitchers out there.
Well, that's going to bring some folks up to the top steps of the dugout. Anytime you hit the opposing pitcher, whether it's unintentional or not, you're setting yourself up for some possible fireworks down the road.
Well, now here comes the Mets manager, Terry Collins, on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Bartolo Colon is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. Josh Harrison will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed, as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
As a hitter here, you've got to make him get the ball up. You don't go swinging at pitches that are down in the zone and more likely to turn into double play balls.
Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. Throw on to first, so the sacrifice is successful.
Well, I think this is going to wind up working pretty much like a sacrifice, but I don't think that's what he had in mind. This wasn't a show early and make sure you get it down kind of a bunt. He was trying to beat that one out, but a good throw is going to take care of him.
Starling Marte will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
5 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error in the contest for the Pirates so far. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Colon pauses. Here's the 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. 5-1 our score as we play the 4th here. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that's through into left, a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third.
Got a fastball to his liking. It was middle in, so he was able to turn on it and pull it right through the hole to pick up the RBI.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now, and he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
High pop-up. Calling for it right. And that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Might have had visions of another home run there. This pitch is right in his wheelhouse, but he winds up swinging right underneath it and popping it straight up.
Here's Gregory Polanco. Hit hard toward the right side. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. Pirates get just the 1, and that's all. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Pittsburgh leads this one 6-1. Leading off the inning, Michael Conforto, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Still pretty early, but they don't have any hits yet, so you need to get it going offensively.
High in the air out to center field. McCutchen on the move. He's got it one away.
Yep, another good job right there to get that first out. And you can pretty much bet he's probably thinking to himself, anytime my boys get me 6 runs of support, I think we're going to be okay. This is a pretty tough hole to climb out of now.
Yoenis Cespedes is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
In there at the knees, strike one. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Here's Lucas Duda now. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at a first pitch fastball for strike 1.
Well, he gets ahead of another hitter there, and I'm told he's thrown a first pitch strike to around 90% of the batters he's faced so far, and that's pretty amazing.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's going to give this guy anything he can pull.
And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there, or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. They trail 6-1. Joe Mauer strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame.
Number 7, Joe Mauer.
Colon sets his sights. First pitch on the way. And that's in there for strike 1. Weekly hit towards first. Duda comes up with it. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
And for a first baseman, if the most direct route is to just tag the guy, that's what you do. You know, there's no sense in trying to throw it to your pitcher or your second baseman covering, especially if you don't have to.
David Freese steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. Just missing here. 2-0.
Yeah, a little unlucky here to be behind 2-0. Those first couple of pitches haven't missed by a whole lot.
6 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error in the contest for the Pirates so far.
That one's more like it, he says. Back to 2-1 now.
Yeah, you don't see 2-0 changeups too often, but if you know a good hitter is going to be sitting fastball, don't give him what he wants.
Turned on down the line. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. set to deal on 2-2. Got him swinging in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Freeze is retired. 2 down now.
Now batting.
Oh, this one could have been trouble. But that's a nice play behind the plate to clear himself of the runner and then make a good throw on to first base to get the putout.
Into the box, Francisco Cervelli, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. A 1 pitch on its way. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one fouled off to the right side. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Nope.
Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. That's a great job there just to hold off.
Hot shot toward third, but this won't get past the Gold Glover right as he spears it at third to end the inning. Down in order go the Pirates. They lead it 6-1. Neil Walker will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Here's Santana right back at it now as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man. It's 0-1. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Too high. 1-2. And that's going to be high. 2-2 now.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, it looked like he had things in control to start him out. Now he's running from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last one wasn't even close.
Trying to strike him out for the 2nd time. And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
Well, that's a real good at-bat there. He fell behind 1-2 right out of the gate, but instead of going out of the zone to protect, he was able to lay off 3 straight and get his guys a leadoff base runner.
Ready now, Travis d'Arnaud. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Freeze is there for it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Boy, that's just another off-balance swing right there. Not only are these guys light on hits, they're not even making solid contact right now.
So a runner at first with 1 out now. And standing in now is the dangerous center fielder, Curtis Granderson. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
Now a swing and a miss there from Granderson, and he's quickly down here 0-2.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out on your front foot.
One there. Back to Mauer, but it's not in time, and they'll settle for just the 1 out. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Into the box as Dribble Cabrera. He'll swing it from the left side right here. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ballgame. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. And another foul ball. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. And something about this outing so far is beginning to look awfully familiar, especially in regards to that hit column. Back with more from Game 3 after this. Jung Ho Gong will make his way in as he leads things off here in the Pirates' half of the 6th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Skied into straightaway right. Conforto is over. Makes the play, 1 away.
Pretty good work out of the bullpen, as you see there. He got called in much earlier than I'm sure he expected, but he's given him a real lift so far.
Irvin Santana comes to the plate now, likely due to the large cushion he has to work with on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's got that big lead and a chance to get deeper into this ball game, but he needs to make sure he stays focused, because sometimes that competitive edge can dwindle on you a little bit when you think you're just cruising.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Swing and a miss got him reaching. And the throw is made to record the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, he's lucky this ball doesn't get further away. It's a fastball in the dirt, but luckily he's able to block it and make a strong throw to first.
Josh Harrison stands in. Hot shot down the line, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Shot to third. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Yeah, they tried to go inside again. I like the call, but you know, this time he was ready for it. He drives this one for a solid base hit.
Here's Starling Marte as he overcommits here to a slider out of the zone. 1 strike to count.
And for as bad as he missed that pitch, you can bet we're going to see that again before this at-bat's over.
A runner on first with 2 away. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
Drilled down the line, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing, line drive. That's going to be troubled. Around third and being waved on home. And a relay home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. Andrew McCutchen will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the first inning of the ball game. A 3-run shot had him off and running right out of the gate. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike 1.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Cabrera's there. Throwing the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. One for the Pirates, courtesy of this swing by Starling Marte. Bottom of the 6th is straight ahead. It's the Pirates 7 and the Mets 1. James Loney is going to loosen up now in the on-deck circle, so that's going to be all for Colon in this one.
James Loney.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
Hit hard towards center, and that's through for a base hit, and the no-hitter is gone.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. And now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
David Wright will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
Tap fouled at home plate. The next pitch will be number 74 for Santana here tonight. And a good 0-2 pitch there, but Wright able to lay off to make it a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Looking for his 10th strikeout. Ground ball sent back up the middle. He'll go to the bag for 1. On to Mauer. It's a double play.
This is a nice play up the middle. You can see this ball takes the shortstop right to the bag, so he'll just step on second and fire on to first for the double play.
Stepping in now, Michael Conforto. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Perhaps exasperation would be the watchword in that first base dugout.
Yeah, and you know, it feels like it's been that way all night for him.
On the ground up the middle. Gung is there. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. Mets go down quickly. They're down 7-1. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. On to the 7th now in Game 3, but before it gets underway, we take a look at our game summary through the first 6. Sean Gilmartin will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Gilmartin.
Gregory Polanco digs in now after lining out in his last try.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
Cabrera is there to put this one away, and it takes just one pitch to record the first out of the 7th.
Boy, he had to go a long way into the outfield to make this play. I kept thinking he was going to get called off, but he must have kept shouting for it, so he stays with it and pulls it in.
So here's Joe Mauer as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. One out, nobody on. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
Chopped foul right at home plate. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
Well, it's really not too hard to figure out what the game plan is on a guy like this. You cannot give him anything up around the belt that he can drive. So you're going to see that all 4 pitches are either mid-thigh or below, and that's right about where you're going to want to be pitching against a guy like this.
Here's David Freese to stand in. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1.
That first pitch change can be a tough one. A guy doesn't have any point of reference to work from, and he just can't help himself up there.
Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
And he'll just waste one there, 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. 1-2-3 go the Pirates. They're on top 7-1. Leading off the inning, Yoenis Cespedes, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
In need of a quick inning here, but he starts this one with a ball. It's 1-0.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Santana's ready. Here it is on 1-0. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. One pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2.
Oh, another good pitch there. I'm not sure he's thrown a bad slider tonight. Every one of them has had a ton of movement.
Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Hit to third. Fielded by Freese. A quick out number one.
The first baseman, number 20.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Lucas Duda will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Here's a good fastball that time as Santana jumps ahead, 0-1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
That's lifted the other way out to left. And that will hop over the wall now as he'll be awarded second base here. It's a ground rule double.
Yeah, he gives this ball a pretty good ride out there, and I don't think he was going to be thinking about 3 anyway, but you see the ball pop up and over the wall, so he'll stop at second with the ground rule double.
Now here's Clint Hurdle out of the Pittsburgh dugout on his way to the mound. And it appears a change is on its way as that'll do it for Ervin Santana. So he'll leave here with 1 out in the 7th as he now hopes the bullpen can go ahead and get him the W. Arodys Vizcaino will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Vizcaino.
Here's Neil Walker. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
1 out and a runner on second base. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Right on the corner, 2-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, he may be a setup man right now, but he's got the closer's fastball. There's no doubt about that. 97 that time. See ya.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
And this ball runs away for ball 2, 2-1. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here, 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And a called strike on the outside corner there. It's full now, 3-2.
And on the mound, you'd like to finish this off, but still, you don't have to lay one in there on 3-2.
Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We'll have more of Game 3 after this message. Francisco Cervelli will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. First offering on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike one. This man out for a second inning of work, and why not? He set him down 1-2-3 the last time around.
Right, and with 2 strikeouts mixed in there as well. Just let him keep going.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control 0-2.
One thing you've got to be aware of as a hitter is he's going to give you a bit of a variety up there. He's got 5 pitches, and he's going to use all of them.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
You talk about a guy who's really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. And he's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
Into the box now, Jung-Ho Gong, as he'll take a look at ball one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. That missed. Close. It's ball two.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
The 2-0 pitch. And little doubt about that one. That's in there, and it's 2-1.
And at the plate, if you've got an umpire helping you out, no reason to go after a borderline pitch on 2-0.
Nobody out, runner on first. Chopped weakly to the left. To Walker for one. On to Duda, a double play.
Now batting, the pitcher, Aroldis Vizcaíno.
Jordy Mercer will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Mercer.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Yeah, and even though that's a tough one to get on top of, I think he'd say he got away with one right there. That's in too good a location when the matchup's not in your favor.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. All even at 2-2. Here it is. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Boy, you have got to make this guy swing the bat here on this next pitch. This is not the guy you want to lose.
fought off at the plate, and will do it again. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike 3. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Bucks go down quietly. They're on top 7-1. Archimedes Caminero will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Curtis Granderson will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far.
Center fielder, Curtis Granderson.
And that misses inside 1-0.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
Fastball, and that thing's a blur up there, folks. 1-1.
Here's a guy that understands. It's all about getting on base at this point, so good idea there just to wait for strike 1.
And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw.
And that is going to get on through. It's a leadoff single for Granderson. On to the second baseman covering, and he can't handle it. Not particularly graceful there, and as a result, he'll be slapped with an E4 on the play. Now in the box, Asdrubal Cabrera. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometime.
And, boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1.
And from that man's perch in the first base dugout, more of the same.
I think the calls have gone both ways, but I bet you'd have a really hard time convincing him of that.
He's got to be out there on the mound thinking, what is going on here? And he comes in from the bullpen, throws 2 pitches now, and he's giving up a double and a single. Makes you wonder whether he'll even get a chance to throw a 3rd pitch.
Alejandro De Aza will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
And that's cut on and missed by De Aza as he's in a quick 0-2 hole now.
And now this is where you can be just a little bit more selective as a pitcher. You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next 2 pitches. So you got to see if you can get him to chase.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
These guys really haven't had all that many great chances offensively. So, they'd hate to see this threat go by the boards. Not a good time for a strikeout at all.
David Wright will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there. 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Sent on the ground out to second. The second for 1. Back to Mauer, but it's not in time, and they'll settle for just a 1 out.
And with 1 away, they were hoping to get the double play up the middle to get him out of this. But they wind up only getting 1 on the play as that run comes home to score on the fielder's choice.
Michael Conforto will step in, a ground-out victim his last time. First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball's in there for strike one. Two out with the man at first. Hit hard up the middle. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
And you know, as a hitter, you're seeing the ball so well when you can take a pitch like that and square it up and just hammer it right back up the middle.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. Drilled on the ground to short. Gung's got it. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. Mets forced to settle for one here in the inning. On to the ninth now in Game 3. It's the Pirates 7 and the Mets 2. A beautiful look there outside the home of the Mets here in Flushing as we welcome you back for the ninth. Henry Mejia will come on now to start the ninth inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the ninth. Josh Harrison digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat.
Josh Harrison.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And this one's over for a high strike, 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, he showed a lot of patience to work it back to 3-2, and then maybe got a little too patient with this one. Now that'll be a pitch he wishes he had back.
Here's Starling Marte. As he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Tapped out in front of home. Gonna be a tough play. Throw gets him. 2 down. Andrew McCutchen strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Mejia's got his target. First pitch on its way. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Granderson is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Pirates lead it 7-2. Lucas Duda will stand in to lead things off here in the ninth, with his guys in danger of falling into a very difficult to escape 3-0 deficit. Juan Nicasio will be the new pitcher.
Now pitching for the Pirates, number 12, Juan Nicasio.
In tied at 93, ball one. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Very softly hit to the left side. And that's in there, base hit. So that's just how you want to start it here in the bottom of the ninth.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
At the plate, Neil Walker. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. I wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. Next pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind 0-2 now. Not in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. Swinging, a ball popped high in the air and heading for foul territory behind first. Mauer is there, 1 away.
And that's telling of how they've swung the bat. This has just been a punchless offense so far. And this pop-up is pretty indicative of their struggles.
Travis d'Arnaud stands in. Was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Runners on first with 1 down. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Gloved by Harrison to second for 1. On to first, and he rolls the double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Well, I think this one was pretty much over before it started. That huge first inning rally put this one out of reach right from the get-go.
And, guys, victory wouldn't have been possible for the Pirates here without the start turned in by this man, Ervin Santana. Strike oppose, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Pirates win it 7-2. Good night from Flushing.